Oh, look at the cute baby. Welcome back to Resident Evil Baby, everybody, where we're playing Village. Finally getting our boots on the ground into a new horror experience.
Okay, so this is a problem that was plagued through our Resident Evil 7 playthrough as well. But because I'm coming into this game with a bunch of spoilers, one of the several of the major plot events that are going to be happening, in this part and in the near future, I have huge problems with. That said, I really wish that I could actually experience this game without the knowledge of the spoilers that I've got, because I think that I would actually enjoy it more often than that, instead of complaining about the narrative issues.
Where's Chris Redfield and Rose?
You can detect from the vagueness and the suspense of definition that that's what's going through people's heads, is just a pounding question, is WTH.
What the hell happened here?
For example, now we have a new mystery. Chris Redfield had given instructions to his coterie of well-armed
Oh my
and
God, we're in Silent
totally
Hill Shattered
body armor
Memories.
people. And now the vehicle apparently had broken down and everybody's dead except for Ethan.
Well, we were actually in a cabin, but yeah.
This sequence is freaking awesome in first-person mode, by the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna really come to appreciate third-person Resident Evil Village when you get into combat. It's when it's gonna kick in, like, oh, sweet, I feel like Leon S. Kennedy again. One of my favorite
Whereas
games
with
of all
this
time.
is very explicitly supposed to be in first person, because because you don't get to see how poorly the trees are interacting with Ethan's model. He actually has a model this time.
No, Ethan always had a character model. In Resident Evil 7, he did. It's just what was different was the camera placement. So are you starting to notice the jerkiness of the perspective switches?
Yeah.
That if you see the camera start to zoom in on Ethan's head, like, brace yourself, like some shit's about to go down, and you can't affect the situation because you can't take actions while in first person mode.
There was an animal growl, and holy shit, that's a loss of dead birds.
I've heard of a murder of crows, but this is ridiculous.
But dumb dish.
Is that me trying to turn the camera around so I can see Ethan's face? Like, come on, I want to see your face. I've been waiting years for this moment. Drop off point.
So is the crow supposed to be an alarm for the other beasts that are around, or is it just supposed to be a jump scare moment for the player?
It's just a jump scare.
Well, that was a quadruped of some kind. I'm noticing though that it's not leaving footpaths in the snow, so.
Un forastero.
Oh, wheelbarrow.
Village is supposed to be like Resident Evil 4 RE realized. It's actually that because Resident Evil 4 is the 4th installment and Village is the 8th installment, that means that Village is supposed to be twice as awesome as Resident Evil 4. Village is an awesome game, and it's an awesome game in its own right. It just 4 is 4 and 8 is 8. That's why they're different numbers.
Rope flails.
And here we have another consecutive Ethan Winters starting character appearance, in which very early in the game he has a prompt to shut off a faucet. Mind you, shutting off the faucet does absolutely nothing. It's just poking fun at people who remember that moment from Resident Evil 7.
Okay. We got some medicinals. We got a lawn chair.
That is a spindler's wheel.
Boatload of documentation.
A shoe brush. Wait, that's a bottle of Dulvey beer.
I
Wow.
mean,
What a wide and inclusive market in this, the globalized commerce era we have in the year 2021.
all right. I mean, Ethan is just gonna get mauled by going into the basement because
No, it's not. It's not the moose. The moose is mounted on a plaque. It is definitely dead. So you need not fear that you're about to get attacked by a moose. You got to go a little further to see what's up.
Ooh, it's a face down picture.
Turn around.
It's a
Hello,
religious
Saddler.
woman.
Ah, 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 ah. What a sinister-looking fellow.
Huh. I mean, we
That
don't have a
is
lighter in order to actually activate that secret door, so.
Among the many equipages that Chris had given Ethan, one of them was a chest flashlight. You know how some horror movies will do that? Is like they'll do like a red herring scare, like it's like, oh, it was just a cat.
Yeah.
And then the freaking actual monster comes out like in totally out of nowhere, sound blowing out eardrums, people screaming, center face, horrified person.
Map, you're not supposed to tell us that we're gonna get up to a third floor of exploration in a building eventually. Yeesh. I will say that the attention that we're building up it is quite nice, but one of the smaller issues is that we're building up a bit too much tension for what's about to jump out at us, because in Unreal 1, the tension that we were building up got paid off, in roughly 2 minutes. Here, we've been building up tension for this reveal for like the past 5 minutes, and we're still not gonna actually get it for another little bit. So, the hell.
The beginning of Village is a little on the slow side. I'll grant you that.
Where the hell am I?
Welcome, Ethan Winters, to a village in the French countryside.
Dumbledore Faru Forest, welcome Ethan to the village.
We're not in Whoville.
The Who's down in Whoville have monsters about, but Ethan has come to put them at rout.
I mean, it's supposed to be, but Ethan, who arrives just north of Whoville, does not.
No, Chris is definitely the Grinch of this story so far.
Yeah.
This journal menu will occasionally add new entries as Ethan has the truth of these matters dawn upon him. And as he progresses through the story, finishes boss fights, gets key items, stuff like that.
And we get some tutorializing for it, too.
I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful. I'll take a look at it, thanks. Welcome to Central Yarnum.
Yarnum's technically central UK, isn't it?
Yeah, Yarnum is supposed to be based on like London.
So this would actually be more akin to Central Luminois because we're we're in we're in Central France.
An easy to pick lock. Damn it, I do not have any lockpicks. It seems that in order to complete my search of this room, I will have to find a lockpick. Now, you might be wondering, I enjoyed the mystery of not knowing how many items were in a room in a Resident Evil game. I enjoyed thoroughly scouring an area to determine, yes, I have gotten every possible thing. Does Village take it a step too far in giving you a system that says you're done searching the room, go somewhere else now?
Arguably, yes, but as a casual player for the Resident Evil franchise, I'm actually quite glad that this system is here.
Me too, honestly. It feels very different. But the idea is there are a lot of details in this game. This is the best looking Resident Evil game we have yet. That's just it. It takes time to leap through details. It takes time to parse out what's important and what's there just to distract or just to polish the game up. This game just says you can now end your search of the room. All you're going to do is just see polish or journal entries. The one thing about the search system is it doesn't tell you if you finish getting journal entries.
Which I would actually prefer it if it did, because journal entries are a much more relevant collectible to me than additional ammo or healing items.
Yeah, and you get an achievement for getting all the entries from all the literature and lore that you can only add to your journal as you find them. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And Ethan's gotta pee.
We still haven't paid off our first werewolf, Mr. Cloud.
We're still shaking off the shock that Mia is dead and Rose has been kidnapped. That honestly is my conjecture as to why the beginning of this game is so slow is because these things are going through Ethan's and by extension the player's head. How is Ethan ready to let go? The answer is no. Ethan is not ready to let go.
And he shouldn't be ready to let go. From his perspective, Rose was kidnapped. Rose was kidnapped sometime between 2 hours and 2 days ago.
Actually, only just the previous night. Now, you can't say survival horror without survival. Ethan is alive. Let's concentrate on the living people at this point. You gotta let go. Ethan's gotta let go of the dead while he scours every one of these strange environs for his daughter.
Although the thing that Ethan is supposed to jump. The conclusion that Ethan is supposed to jump to is that Rose was here because one of her monkey dolls was here. Anyway, be safe, everybody.